Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, we got a fight coming up the weekend that nobody really care about, even though it's heavyweights and pretty much the best one in the division, some will say, right? Tyson Fury about to fight OTTO WALLIN on the weekend, right? And, they press conferencing and doing their best. Like I told you before, people are asking who the hell is that and who he beat, right? That's why it's very hard to sell this fight. So rival promoter Eddie Hearn chimed in on it, of course. People are being asked about the fight because nobody's really paying attention, really. There's not a hype about it. Told you about it. So Eddie Hearn just said, man, he heard 1,500 tickets have been sold. Now he's a rival promoter, so that's probably a little less, but we know the fight against Tom Schwarzer was only 5,000 sold, right? About 1,500 for this fight so far. That's what he's saying. He's saying nobody's talking about it, nobody's interested, right? And he's right about that. And he also says, listen, his profile is diminishing, right? His profile is diminishing rapidly, and it is. All of that momentum he had from fighting Deontay Wilder, he's lost it, right? Even though ESPN is doing everything in their possible, he's everywhere. They're showing him and this and that. But listen, when you're an outboxer, at the end of the day, you got to have good opponents. If you're an outboxer, because you ain't, it's not like you're going to be Fury's going to knock everybody out. And even if so, it's like who, right? So we're talking about OTTO WALLIN, Tom Schwartz, Pianetta, and Seferi. So those are the guys you're fighting, right? And so ain't nobody there. So 1,500 tickets is absolutely ridiculous, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. And then, Eddie Hearn went in on him. He says, well, Bob Arum goes in on me if I put up something that didn't work. He said, so I'm gonna give him some stick back. This is absolutely ridiculous fight, And he's like, basically they got greedy. You did Tom Schwartz trying to do two is getting greedy. Now with ESPN, I don't know how they doing that, but we said it. If they gave this 100 million for 3 or 4 fights, boy, they're just throwing away money because he ain't got to really do nothing to do that. He ain't to do nothing, right? And Eddie Hearn just straight up said, listen, if AJ was fighting your boy, 20,000 people would probably go over there. I don't know if that many, but I'm pretty sure AJ would have more fans than Fury, right, against Wallin. But he says AJ's not taking a Wallin fight. So, he's saying basically he's AJ's promoter. But give him credit. All the names AJ's fighting. Let's take Klitschko out of it. He was going to fight Klitschko anyway because Klitschko was, favorite. You going after the title. But even after that, if you say Povetkin, if you say Takam, anything. If you say Joseph Parker, them names Wallin and Schwartz, Panetta, and Seferi is just nobody can say that. Wilder fighting Ortiz twice, right? Dominic Brazil, you know, stuff like that. But shoot, Hearn, all them fighters. We'd like to see Tyson Fury against any of them. And it brings me to my boy Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz. If this fight, Tyson Fury was fighting Ortiz right now, you think we'd be talking about 1,500 tickets? No, we wouldn't. But that's what Top Rank gets. We know why they thought they were going to get away with this with Tyson Fury. They just get the momentum of tying Deontay Wilder. We'll take that. And we think that the market in America is going to allow this dude to get away with this behavior. And it didn't happen. And that's very significant. This is bigger than Tyson Fury. This goes into boxing, what I talk about BTGB, but I'm not going to, get into it. BTBG is what it is, and they thought that BTBG would get them with Tyson Fury with him not doing anything. And people will talk in the internet and all that stuff, social media, whatever, of who the best is. But at the bottom line, right, they're not going because this is an outboxer who's not that, exciting in the first place. We're not going to see a knockout. And, we don't even know who the other guy is. We can't even see who the other guy beat. That's what's basically going down, right? But that's good for boxing to have that so they can realize, no, there's some substance there, right? Because you even hear the fighters and still people talking about Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight. Now, if you're going to be a boxer, you're about fighting yourself, and you're seeing another guy fight this caliber, 4 fights out of his last 5, this caliber, and you're calling him the best. That's ridiculous. You would want him to be fighting somebody so he could be the best. You can't just, and everybody below him is fighting harder competition. Anybody. I'd say Dope Dillian White. His last opponents, you know, whose opponents, matter of fact, whose opponents is that ridiculous? You know, that's in the top 5. Nobody's. You see what I'm saying? That's why. So that has to be, you can't put him number 1. That's like putting Golovkin as the best middleweight, and he's just continuously not fighting anybody. That's the same type of thing. Why would you want to do that? You make them fight someone hard. If you keep putting them at number 1, they don't have to, right? And they do that on purpose. And this one has basically backfired. 1,500 tickets, even if it's a rumor right now. That's a rumor, you know, would be a good rumor if it was like 12,000, right? But this is 1,500. Let's see what happens going forward. But this is actually good news, right? Fight somebody harder and people will come. It's really, really that simple. Dome Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm about it.